Hello everyone, how are you all? Hope you are fine. So last day we completed the first chapter of Unit 1. Now let's begin the second chapter of Unit 1. The second chapter is a beautiful poem and the title of the poem is Any Woman and it is written by Catherine Tinnan. So this is a small beautiful poem written by Catherine Tinnan. So before we begin the poem, let's discuss a few details about the poetess. Here you can see the picture of Catherine Tinnan. Catherine Tinnan was born in the year 1859 and she died in the year 1931. She is an Irish-born writer known mainly for her novels and poetry. She has to her credit more than a score of novels and 7 books of verse. So Catherine Tinnan was born in the year 1859 and she died in the year 1931. She was born in Ireland. That is why she is known as an Irish-born writer. So she has written a number of novels and also her poems are very famous. So today we are going to learn one of her famous poems. And see this line, the poem Any Woman presents the all-embracing power of a woman to hold a family together. So this is the theme of the poem Any Woman. The theme is the poem presents the all-embracing power of a woman to hold a family together. ഒരു കുടുംബത്തെ ഒരുമിച്ച് നിർത്താനുള്ള സ്ത്രീകളുടെ കഴിവിനെ പ്രശംസിച്ചുകൊണ്ടുള്ള കവിതയാണ് Any Woman. So let's begin the poem. And the pillars of the house, the keystone of the arch am I. Take me away and roof and wall would fall to ruin me utterly. I am the fire upon the hearth, I am the light of the good sun, I am the heat that warms the earth, which else were colder than a stone. At me the children warm their hands, I am their light of love alive. Without me cold the hearthstone stands, nor could the precious children thrive. I am the twist that holds together the children in its sacred ring. Their note of love, from whose close tether no lost child goes a wandering. I am the house from floor to roof. I deck the walls, the board I spread. I spin the curtains, warp and woof, and shake the down to be their bed. I am their wall against all danger, their door against the wind and snow. Thou whom a woman laid in a manger, take me not till the children grow. Now let's discuss each and every line of this poem. And the pillars of the house, the keystone of the arch am I. So before we begin the explanation, I would like to tell you one thing. You can see the word I here. Here, I refers to the mother or the woman. So remember, the word I refers to the mother or a woman. And the pillars of the house. So the mother says that she is the pillars of the house. Pillars, തൂണുകളാണ്. So according to Catherine Tinnan, a mother is the pillars of the house. The keystone of the arch am I. What do you mean by the word keystone? Keystone means the important or the main stone. മലയാളത്തിൽ അടിസ്ഥാന ശില എന്ന് നമുക്ക് പറയാം. And the second word is arch. Arch means കവാടം. So again she says the mother is the keystone of the arch. So the mother or woman is the pillars of the house and they are the keystone of the arch. That means mother is the most important part of a family. So the mother is the most important part in a family. Take me away and roof and wall would fall to ruin me utterly. What do you mean by the word utterly? Utterly means completely. Ruin, destroyed, nashamana. So in the third line we can see the word me. Here me refers to mother or woman. And in the fourth line we can again see the word me. Here me refers to the house or home. Indirectly it suggests the mother herself. So if you take the mother away from a family, the roof and wall of the family would fall down and it will destroy the family completely. So without a mother, a family cannot exist. If the mother is taken away from the family will be destroyed completely, because she is the pillars of the family and she is the keystone of the arch. So a mother is the most important part in a family. If she is taken away, the family will be completely destroyed. So the first stanza emphasizes on the importance of a mother or a woman in a family. Moving on to the second stanza. I am the fire upon the hearth, I am the light of the good sun, I am the heat that warms the earth, which else were colder than a stone. So again the poetess says that the mother is the fire upon the hearth. What do you mean by the word hearth? Hearth means a fireplace. In simple we can say a place where you have an open fire in the house. Malayalathilu aduppu ennokka parayum. Sometimes you people may be familiar with this term. You might have seen in movies, especially in the cold countries. We can see a fireplace, an open fire in the living room of the house. So she says that she is the fire upon the hearth. So a mother is the fire that we see in the fireplace. She is the light of the good sun. She is not only the fire but also the light that is coming from the sun, and the heat that warms the earth. So she is the fire, she is the light, and she is also the heat that warms the earth. So she is the fire, light and heat that provides warmth to the family. So she provides love and care to the family, which else were colder than a stone. So if she is not present at home, everything in our home will be as cold as a stone. എല്ലാം തണുത്തുറഞ്ഞ് പോയിരിക്കും. In the second stanza, the poet speaks about the warmth a mother provides to her family. Moving on to the third stanza. At me the children warm their hands. I am their light of love, alive. Alive means jeevanode. So whenever the children want to warm their hands, they will soon come to their mother, because mother is their light of love. So whenever the children want to warm their hands, they soon go to their mother, because mother is full of love. Without me called, the hearthstone stands, nor could the precious children thrive. What do you mean by thrive? Thrive means grow properly. ശരിയായി വളരുക. So if there is no mother in a family, the family will be as cold as the hearthstone. And when there is no mother in a family, the children will not grow properly. If the children need to grow properly, they should experience the presence of a mother, because mother provides them love and care. See, in this stanza, she speaks about how children rely on their mother. In this stanza, she speaks about how the children rely on their mother. Moving on to the fourth stanza. And the twist that holds together the children in its sacred ring. Ring means valayamana, sacred, parishuddhamaya. Twist, you might be familiar with the word twist. Twist means bend or turn something into a particular shape. മലയാളത്തിൽ പിരിച്ചെടുക്കുക. So the mother says she is the twist and she has made a sacred ring. In that sacred ring, she holds all her children together. So mother tells that she is the twist and she has made a sacred ring. In that sacred ring, she holds all her children together. Their knot of love. What do you mean by knot? Knot means kettana. And there is a knot in that ring. And that knot is made up of love. So there is a sacred ring and the mother is holding all her children in the sacred ring. And the sacred ring has got a knot and the knot is made up of love. From whose close tether no loosed child goes a wandering. Tether means rope, kayarana. Wandering, alanyu thirinju nadakkuka, going here and there. So, a mother does not want her child wander here and there. In order to avoid the wandering of her children, she has made a sacred ring and she is holding all her children together in that sacred ring. Moving on to the fifth stanza. And the house from floor to roof. She says that she is the house from floor to roof. I deck the walls. What do you mean by deck? Deck means decorate. So she decorates the walls and the board I spread. She decorates the walls and she spreads the board. I spin the curtains, warp and woof. So she spins the curtain, warp and woof. What do you mean by warp and woof? See, if you look at fabric, you can see the threads that run lengthwise and that run across. നൂലിഴകൾ എന്ന് പറയാൻ സാധിക്കും. And shake the down to be their bed, and she prepares soft bed for her children. So in the fifth stanza, she describes the various activities performed by the mother in a family. So a mother is the house from floor to roof. She decorates the walls, she spreads the board, she spins the curtains, and she prepares bed for her children. Moving on to the last stanza. And the wall against all danger. So she says that the mother is the wall that protects the family from all dangers. Their door against the wind and snow. And mother is the door that protects the family from wind and snow. Here you can see the expression wind and snow. Here wind and snow refers to the trials and tribulations that a family suffer. ഒരു കുടുംബം നേരിടുന്ന പരീക്ഷണങ്ങളും കഷ്ടപ്പാടുകളുമാണ് വിൻഡ് ആൻഡ് സ്നോ എന്ന എക്സ്പ്രഷനിലൂടെ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നത്. It also refers to the external forces that try to harm the family. So, the mother acts as a wall that protects her family from all dangers, and she acts as a door to protect her family from all types of trials and tribulations. Thou whom a woman laid in a manger. Manger refers to trough. മലയാളത്തില് പശുത്തൊട്ടി, തൊഴുത്ത്, പുൽക്കൂട് എന്നിങ്ങനെ പറയാം. If you look at this line, you can see the word thou. Here, the meaning of the word thou is you, but the word thou refers to Jesus Christ or God Almighty. Remember, thou in this line refers to Jesus Christ or God Almighty. And the woman in this line refers to Holy Mary, who is the mother of Jesus Christ. So thou refers to Jesus Christ or God Almighty, and woman refers to Holy Mary, who is the mother of Jesus Christ. So in this line, the poetess says that it was Mother Mary who gave birth to Jesus Christ in a manger. Take me not till the children grow. And finally, the mother is making a prayer to Jesus Christ or God Almighty. And what is the prayer? Please do not take me away until my children grow properly, because the children cannot survive without me. So she is making a prayer to God, please do not take me away until my children grow. So indirectly we can say that she is making a request to the society to spare her life. So this is the overall meaning of the poem Any Woman by Catherine Tinel. Before we conclude the poem, I would like to discuss some important points related to this chapter. First one that I have already mentioned. In the poem, I refers to mother or woman. And the second one is that except for the first stanza, we can see there are rhyming words and there is proper rhyme scheme for the poem. If you observe the first stanza, you cannot find any rhyming words or any rhyme scheme. But from the second stanza onwards, we get rhyming words as well as a proper rhyme scheme. So the rhyming words of the poem are hearth and earth, sun and stone, hands and stands, alive and tribe, and it goes on. These are some of the rhyming words. And it has got a proper rhyme scheme. What could be the rhyme scheme? A, B, C, D, C, D. So the proper rhyme scheme of the poem, except the first stanza, is A, B, C, D, C, D. The poet has repeatedly used the phrase I am. You can see I am in most of the lines. See, she has used this phrase in order to emphasize the importance of a woman. Another important thing is that she has prominently used metaphor as the figure of speech. So metaphor is the figure of speech present in the poem. See, in the first line, the poetess compares a mother to the pillars of the house. Then she compares a mother to the keystone of the arch. Then she compares the mother to the fire upon the hearth. Then she compares the mother to the light of the good sun, then the heat that warms the earth, and it goes on. Here, two different things are being compared. Mother is compared to different things. So comparison is possible. There is comparison. At the same time, the poetess says that Mother is the pillar, mother is the keystone, mother is the fire, mother is the light, etc. So, metaphor is the figure of speech used in the poem. So, go through the poem, understand it well, study well. Thank you.